Apple and Ireland have won their appeal against the European Commission over a €13 billion unpaid tax bill. Our Ireland correspondent Stephen Murphy is in Dublin for us. And Stephen, a pretty important victory for Ireland's economy.
Well, that's a matter of debate, Adam. I mean, it's certainly a victory for the Irish government, which has always denied that it had made any favourable tax arrangements that would favour Apple. But certainly, on the surface of it, it would seem pretty bizarre that any country would try to fight against receiving a tax windfall of €13.1 billion. It's actually over €14 billion when you include the interest payments. But all of this dates back to a European Commission decision in 2016 that Ireland had favoured Apple over other companies doing business in Ireland with a certain set of complicated tax arrangements, which effectively allowed Apple to underpay its tax obligations by, as I said, more than €13 billion, around £11.8 billion. Europe then ordered Ireland to recover that money from Apple, but the Irish government said it would not do so because it had always denied that it had favoured Apple in any way. It was also keen to fight a perception that Ireland could be considered some sort of offshore tax haven. So the Irish government then under Leo Varadkar, now under Micheál Martin, had fought this case to the General Court of the European Union, which this morning annulled that original decision from 2016 that Apple had to pay this money. In that decision today, just in the last half hour coming from Brussels, the General Court agreed that Apple had not been granted any selective economic advantage by Irish tax policies. We've had reaction from the Irish government straight away, the Department of Finance saying Ireland has always been clear there was no special treatment provided to Apple. The correct amount of Irish tax was charged, taxation in line with ordinary Irish taxation rules. Apple has also welcomed this news. But I mean, as I alluded to there at the start, this is not going to be a universally popular decision against the backdrop of an economy that has been completely battered by the coronavirus pandemic. Here we have the government of the day turning down a cash windfall from the world's largest company of €14 billion, which could have been spent on health or housing or one of the other pressing issues. This decision, though, it is widely expected that the European Commission will appeal this to the European Court of Justice. So the saga isn't over yet. That €14 billion is being held in an escrow account for the moment.